Are you struggling to sleep with this warm weather, or do you want extra ventilation in your room? Well, today on Fix It with Fowler, I've got the perfect solution for you. I'm going to show you how to fit a ceiling fan light. Like most things you buy, this fan light needs assembling, so I'm quickly going to run you through it step by step. Turn the unit over, fold out the arms and secure in position with the nuts and bolts provided. You can now mount the propeller into position and secure with the retaining nut turning in an anti-clockwise direction. Assemble the outer ring of the fitting. Now install the fan unit into the outer ring and secure in position. Attach the mounting base to the fitting and finally install the fan guard. So that's the fan light all assembled, and now we can go and install it. So before you start installing the light, the first thing you need to do is isolate the power, and you can do that by going to your consumer unit and turning off the right breaker. You then need to test the light and ensure that it is indeed isolated. If you've got any doubts whatsoever, contact a local electrician. So presuming that is isolated, the next stage is to release this from the ceiling and have a look at the wiring inside. So if your wiring inside the light looks like this, then it's a real straightforward process. You've just got 3 wires at it, a live, a neutral and an earth. However, if it looks a bit more complicated and you've got more wires, I've got a specific video on that is now on the screen. There's a link in the corner, click that link and that will take you directly to that video. Most lights in the UK you'll find are wired like this, so this makes it really straightforward. All you need to do now is release the wires from the light fitting and take this down from the ceiling. To fit the mounting bracket to the ceiling is really straightforward. In this instance I've got a timber joist that runs down this side, so 2 of them fixings will be directly into that, which will be more than sufficient. However, in other instances you might need to use just plasterboard fixings, and I normally use these bull fix fixings because they can hold 113 kilos per fixing and they're really straightforward to use. So to mount this onto the ceiling, I'd get yourself one of these. Now this is called a bradawl. It's sharp at that end, and what that allows you to do is once you hold this up onto the ceiling itself and get it in the position you want it, you can then use your bradawl and push through the plasterboard, and that way you can see if there's a joist behind it or not. There's a few different options now to connect this to the wires you've got coming out of the ceiling. You can use traditional connector blocks and just screw them in, but that can be quite fiddly, especially with the light fitting. I like to use these Wago connectors, and the beauty of these is you can connect stranded flex cable to solid core cable really easily, and the best way to do that is get your stranded cable. I like to double it over when it's thinner like this, put it into the Wago connector, and then you can just literally snap that shut, and then that is ready to hold up to the ceiling and connect the other cables to it. So on to connecting the light, you can see there's a hook here and that allows you to hang this light fitting. If you've got any doubt, you can get someone to hold it to make it a bit more stable. So the first thing you'll see is there's a flying earth lead from the actual bracket that connects to the earth out of your cable that comes out of the ceiling, and then you just need to connect the neutral to the neutral and the live to the live. Now in most houses after 2004 the live will be brown, but in older houses that will be red, and the neutral is blue, but in older houses that will be black. So you just need to connect them together using these Wago clips, and they just push in, snap that shut, give it a tug and make sure your connection is good, and then continue that with the live and the earth. Have you subscribed to my channel? Well, if not, why not? It does not cost a thing. You're missing out on loads of great content. If I'm not making things like this, I'm fixing shed roofs, I'm mending doors, windows, doing plumbing or electrics. You name it, I've got it on my channel. So head over, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to leave this video a comment and a thumbs up, and that will help it reach loads of other people. To fit the light to the ceiling itself, the first thing you need to do is release this from the hook. Now you can see there's quite a lot of cable here, but there's a big bunch of room behind this fitting. So if you push that up into the ceiling a little bit, flatten them out, and then gently push this up to the ceiling. And now we need to line up these holes with these screws, which may take a little bit of time. Once you've lined them up, you twist it either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and then tighten these screws up. So that's the light fitting all installed, and now we just need to go and turn the power on and turn it on at the switch, and then we can run through some of the features of the remote control or the app. To operate the light, you've got two options. You can either download the app and operate it from your phone, but for ease I'm going to use the remote control that came with the ceiling fan light. The first thing you can do is turn the lights on and off with the remote, and the most important feature is obviously the fan, and it's got 6 different speeds that you can put it on, all the way up to number 6, which actually you can't tell because I've got no hair, but actually that's really powerful. There's a few other functions you've got. You've got a timer, so if you're going to bed at night, you can set it to run for a certain length of time. The other thing you've got is a natural wind function, which creates a breeze, which turns the fan up and down. So if you found that video useful or helpful, then please leave this video a comment, give the video a like, and the most important thing, hit that subscribe button, and then you won't miss out on any of my future DIY videos. So that's it for now. I'll see you soon. Until then, good night.